How to install a Nest power connector for your Nest thermostat. Nest thermostats are designed to work without a common wire, or C-wire, but for some HVAC systems, a C-wire is still needed to power your thermostat sufficiently. The Nest power connector makes it easy to install a thermostat from Nest when a C-wire is needed. Make sure your thermostat is compatible. The Nest power connector works with 24 VAC HVAC systems only. Millivolt or high-voltage systems are incompatible. The Nest power connector is similar to a C-wire. It enables continuous power to your Nest thermostat display to prevent low power issues. If you have one thermostat in your home, it installs right at your furnace or air handler. If you have multiple thermostats, you'll install the power connector at the zone controller. No new wiring is required. Let's install your Nest power connector. Here's what's included in the box: an installation guide, the Nest power connector, wire connectors, wire labels, and a sticky pad. If you are planning to install a Nest thermostat, install the thermostat first before installing the Nest power connector. If you have a Nest thermostat, you'll need to update it first so it recognizes the power connector. If you have a Nest Thermostat E or Nest Learning Thermostat 3rd generation, an update is not needed. To update your Nest thermostat, go to Settings, Version, then Update, and get version 1.1 or later. More information on updating your thermostat can be found at the Nest Power Connector site. If you're not sure which thermostat you have, the Which Thermostat Help Center article has information to verify your version. Next, go to your home's breaker box and turn off the switch that controls power to your HVAC system. This will protect it during installation. If you need to, you can also turn off the main power switch at the breaker box. Check to see if you've turned off the right breaker by changing the temperature with your current thermostat. Wait a few minutes to make sure your HVAC system doesn't turn on. Now open the HVAC equipment cover and locate the control board. This is the main circuit board in your HVAC system that your thermostat is wired to. The location of the control board may vary depending on the type of HVAC system you have. If you're unable to find the control board or are uncomfortable locating it, you can contact a Nest Pro to help with installation. If you don't have a control board, locate the thermostat wires and you will install the Nest power connector between the thermostat wiring and the HVAC system. If you have multiple thermostats connected to your HVAC system, install the power connector at the zone controller instead of the equipment itself to power the system properly. Next, you'll need the installation guide, wire labels, and wire connectors included in the box. First, take a photo of the wiring for future reference in case you need it. Now, match the letter printed on each wire label to the wire connected to the circuit board. This is the same wire that is connected to your thermostat. Then attach the wire label. If you see additional wires connected to a terminal, make sure to only label the wires that are connected to the thermostat. You don't need to label the other wires, like G for the fan or the wires for second stage heating or cooling. If you're unable to locate the labeled wires, you can contact a Nest Pro to help with installation. Now refer to the installation guide to locate the wiring diagram that matches your HVAC system. Many configurations are covered: cooling and heating, heating only, cooling only, and more. Once you find the wiring diagram for your system, disconnect the wires from the circuit board. You will only disconnect the wires you labeled, as shown in the diagram. There could be additional wires connected to your circuit board that aren't connected to the thermostat. Keep these wires connected. Next, refer to the wiring diagram to insert each labeled wire into each of the wire connectors provided. Then insert the wires from the Nest power connector into the corresponding wire connector and the circuit board as shown in the diagram. When all the wires are connected, you can use the included sticky pad to attach the Nest power connector to your HVAC panel. Close the HVAC cover, then turn on the power. For Nest Thermostat E and the Nest Learning Thermostat, check your display to confirm you no longer see errors. For the Nest Thermostat, go to Settings, Power Connector, then Power Test. More information can be found on the Check Power Connector site. Want to learn more? Additional information can be found on the Google Help Center.